Oh my gosh, 78-76.
Oh, who hit the three?
Auburn.
Jabari Smith.
Probably.
Count.
Dude, I kind of need to watch this now.
Put it on.
I am.
Fuck you.
Yeah, Jabari Smith.
Of course.
That's insane. That's why he's gonna be the number one pick.
No, he's not.
He's projected, yeah.
Oh my gosh, dude. If Auburn wins this stupid game. What a dot.
Good foul, good foul.
We used to be live.
And one, he made the layup.
Hell yeah.
No.
What if we got up to like 100 viewers? That'd be so
That'd be
nice.
so hype.
That'd be like...
Hopefully, you get the wireless.
A two-possession game.
Should we just directly link the stream?
Not now.
No, like, or like the YouTube.
Welcome to Sports Unfolded, your first ever NFL dedicated stream. If you don't know me, I am Strong. That's Tate. All right, guys, we are back. We haven't streamed in a while, but we're back here. We got Jay on his first ever stream.
First ever live stream.
You hype,
baby.
Jay?
I'm turned up right
Not
now.
only should he
Let's go,
be
baby.
excited about that, he turns 18 in about 2 hours and 26 minutes.
Big
Heck yeah.
adult guy right here, right?
There you go. All right, let's talk about a Super Bowl quarterback right now that has come out of absolutely nowhere.
He does not come out of nowhere. Joe Burrow was the first pick in the
All right,
draft.
just spoil it. Well, his team's come out of nowhere.
There's like
Let's
two
rephrase that.
quarterbacks.
His team's come out of nowhere, but I want to talk specifically about the quarterback.
Yeah,
If you follow the TikTok community in the NFL right now, or really just in general, the media, probably the biggest sports debate going on right now is Justin Herbert versus Joe Burrow. So I want you guys to list off who you think's the better quarterback. You can go first.
You know, I'll let you two go first because I already know. How this
You want me to go first?
Go for it. Go for it, birthday boy.
My better quarterback is Joe Burrow.
Dang.
And one main reason is just because he took his team to a Super Bowl.
It's that
Next.
simple? It's that simple?
That simple.
It's
Yes.
that simple?
All right.
It's that simple for you?
That's simple.
Go strong.
Okay,
Let's
well, you
hear
know,
it.
I can sit here and bring up the tangibles like Justin Herbert has the bigger arm, the bigger body, more athletic,
Boo-hoo.
all this, and he's faster. All of this is true. So that's one reason to pick Justin Herbert over Joe Burrow. But not only that, but Justin Herbert's a more clutch quarterback. In potential less than 2 minutes to go in the game or in overtime, in potential game-winning drives, Justin Herbert has converted 4 or 5 times this year in the regular season. Joe Burrow has 3 of 7. So Justin Herbert statistically is the more clutch quarterback. Oh, Strong, how about the playoffs? Who's, won all these one-score games to get to the Super Bowl? The Cincinnati defense. They've won their
Strong.
last 3 games. Their defense has gotten an interception on the last drive of every game to get their
Look.
team to the promised land.
Okay, strong. I understand, and I have no disrespect towards Justin Herbert. You gotta understand that.
Okay.
Justin Herbert, I love him, and I think that people give him shade, but it's his team's fault. It's not his fault, okay? That they didn't make the playoffs, that they stuttered out, okay? I love him, okay? But you gotta think here. You cannot say currently that Justin Herbert is a better quarterback until he proves it in the playoffs, and I think you can judge better quarterbacks off of you can say you can judge better quarterbacks off of statistics. You can say you can over conversions or yards and all these metrics and whatever.
Yeah.
But you know what people remember? How many rings they have, how many
This is
Super
true.
Bowls, how many Super Bowl
Okay, so
appearances.
so
It doesn't
But
matter.
he doesn't have a...
so
And you can say that he has the better arm, the better whatever.
That's exactly what I said.
Brady, does he have the better
No,
arm?
I get
the
it. He
better
has
legs?
none of the
Brady's
tangibles.
fat, honestly.
I get
I'm
that.
not fat, but he just can't run. Like Brady can't run.
Listen,
And it doesn't matter. It's all
I
up
get the
here.
whole thing, the winning thing, but winning is a team stat, not a quarterback stat, okay? I mean, is Eli Manning a better quarterback than Aaron Rodgers because he won more rings? No.
You could say he's better
No!
in the
Oh,
no, wait. You didn't let me finish. You can say he's better in the playoffs. Aaron Rodgers is garbage.
He's not
in the
either
playoffs.
way. He's
Aaron
not
Rodgers
garbage
is
in the
regular
playoffs.
season just clutch, but gets to the playoffs. He can't get past the conference championship except for one time.
You can't sit here and tell me.
You-
I don't care.
Prove that why he's better in the playoffs. Prove to me why Aaron Rodgers is better in the playoffs
Well,
than
he has
Eli
more
Manning.
playoff wins. He just only has 1 Super Bowl. Eli Manning is 2.
Mm-hmm.
So is Eli Manning a more...
It's the
Is
ratio.
he a better player because he happened to have an unbelievable drive against the Patriots? Does that define his whole career and make him a better
Yes.
playoff quarterback than Aaron Rodgers?
Yes, it does, because his Aaron Rodgers made it past the conference championship more than once.
No, but Aaron Rodgers blows him out in any other statistical category or
And?
team performance.
I'm not
category.
saying Eli Manning's better. I'm just saying, what do people remember?
The rings.
What at the end of the day, you remember the rings, right? And you remember the Super Bowl appearances, right? And so right now, we're in year 2, and Joe Burrow is already in the Super Bowl. The man's a legend already. Justin Herbert, I'm not saying he's not. I think Justin Herbert's great, and I think if Justin Herbert makes it to the playoffs in these next couple of years, does well, I think you could make an argument if Joe Burrow doesn't win this Super Bowl
It is very
that he's
close,
better.
though. I mean,
It's really close.
I mean, you can't really just say that the Bengals have
Cut
won
out.
their playoffs.
Dude, the quality, look at that, man. It's so bad.
Dude, we got. When are we gonna be back in, Charlie?
Are we back? Are we back?
Yeah, we're back.
I mean,
Okay.
I guess you could just say that. I mean, you can't really argue that Justin Herbert or the Bengals are this far. They're at the Super Bowl because of their defense. I mean, yes, their defense has come in clutch in critical moments, obviously, but I mean, we have. I just think that for me, it's just one word, 2 words, Super Bowl. And that's why.
I mean,
But listen, nobody was saying that Joe Burrow was even on Herbert's level 4 weeks ago.
Not true.
And then
That's not true.
that is absolutely
That is not true. That's not true at all.
I heard a lot of people
No.
say Joe Burrow.
Okay,
To-
he had
that's
that.
true.
Okay,
I
he
mean,
had that
it's not
stretch
true.
towards the end of the year, like the last 2 weeks, where he
Joe
threw
Burrow
for
just had
400 on the Ravens, 400 on the Chiefs, and okay, but before that, 6 weeks ago, it wasn't a debate. It was Justin Herbert by a mile. He had led in every statistical category. He had more wins.
Yeah, because Joe Burrow was
and
hurt
then all of a
his
sudden-
entire rookie season, basically.
Okay, well, Herbert had outplayed him this year. I mean,
Not
for the most
exactly.
part.
It's just at the beginning of the year, Joe Burrow threw a lot of interceptions, okay? And then towards the middle of the year and end of the year, he picked it up and he played like a Pro Bowl quarterback.
Yeah, so all of a sudden, Joe Burrow comes out, plays against the Raiders. Decent game. 2 touchdowns, no turnovers. Okay, I'll give him that.
All of a sudden, he
That's-
threw for 500 yards and then or 500.
I'm talking about in this- Yeah, against a Ravens team that was missing their top 3 cornerbacks.
And then he goes out and throws for 400 plus against the Chiefs.
Okay, I mean, I don't want to discredit him, but 300 of them were
He
to
threw
Jamar
for-
Chase.
He
in
threw for
one-on-one
over
jump
300
balls.
yards, 5 straight games towards the end of the year? Like, he absolutely balled at the end of the year.
I mean,
And to
if you want to
get
talk
them to
about
the
yards,
playoffs-
then why does Herbert have 400 more on the season?
Oh, he has 400 more. You
Okay,
know what
well,
that
you're,
means?
You're
You know
bringing
what
up.
that means?
You're the
He-
guy bringing up yards
I'm just
here.
saying. I'm just saying because you're discrediting like Joe Burrow doesn't have like good statistics. He does. He threw for the second
Okay,
most
you're right. He
yards in
does,
the
but
game of all
Herbert has
time.
better. Herbert has a 65 quarterback rating. Joe Burrow has a 54. Not even close in that category.
Well, you know
And
what?
that's efficiency. That's not garbage time. No, this is efficiency rating, and Joe Burrow is not the same quarterback
But
as
Justin
Herbert.
Herbert also, you can say that he came down and he had clutch drives, whatever. Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert also, as having him on my fantasy team this year in the money league, Justin Herbert is inconsistent still. I mean, he is so inconsistent. Like, he'll start the game and he'll throw 3 interceptions, but he'll also throw for 400 yards and two or three touchdowns. But those 3 or 4 interceptions, like, no one looks at it. They're like, oh my gosh, Justin Herbert threw 400 yards and they lost. Why'd they lose? Well, because
Okay,
he also
I
threw
mean,
4 picks or like
He
2
threw
picks.
one more pick than Burrow.
Yeah, but that's
So
the point.
you can say the same about Joe.
Yeah, but I'm saying Joe at the beginning of the year is completely different than he has been at the end of the
Also,
year.
Joe Shiesty has more drip.
He has more drip. That is true. He's also has more drip if you're talking about playoff wins.
Jay Herbert,
Okay,
where is
well,
your drip at, my guy?
I'm sorry, but
Your cord to your glasses.
Justin Herbert was down 14 to the Raiders, a season on the line, Sunday Night Football, last regular season game of the season, down 14, and he converted on 5 fourth downs and then threw a last-second touchdown, converted a 4th and 20 into a touchdown to even have his team be in a chance to go to overtime and potentially make the playoffs. You put Joe Burrow in that position, and I'm not as confident. I'm not.
I am. He's won a national championship and he's about to win a Super Bowl. So why wouldn't you be confident?
He's won a national championship.
He's done
with the most
exactly what
loaded-
he's.
Listen, I love Burrow, but
Okay, look. He has I'd say a bottom 5 offensive line in the league. Justin Herbert has a good. You can't tell me that
that's
Justin Herbert
average.
has a average to good offensive line. Justin Herbert doesn't have to deal with
He
getting
had the worst
sacked
rated-
9 times a game. Okay?
he balled out last year with the worst rated offensive line to PFF. And then this year, they got Corey Linsley, who's an above average center, and they drafted Rashawn Slater out of Northwestern, and he's been top 15 at right tackle. But besides that, they're maybe average.
They're average to good, and you know what? Joe Burrow's line is terrible. He has an awful offensive line, and he's having to get sacked anywhere from 4 to 9 times a game, and that's an atrocity. Okay, and he's still in the Super Bowl. He's still doing what he needs to do in certain possessions. It's all about how the game's going. You know, like it's all about what's happening in the game. And you saw whenever they needed to score, and throughout all the playoffs, he goes down, he does it, they score. Every time. It's all
Okay.
situational.
Every
I mean,
time. They
Yes.
scored 6 points in the second half against the Raiders. 6, not a touchdown. Against the Titans had the ball at midfield, ready to go kick the game-winning field goal.
Not
And then-
midfield. They had the ball at like the 28, 30.
No, it was like the 40-yard line, and then it was a tipped pick, and the Bengals got the ball at midfield. He throws a slant route to T. Higgins, and then they walk it off with a 50-plus yard field goal. And then the Bengals got an interception on Patrick Mahomes
In
and Joe
overtime.
Burrow.
You know how they got to overtime? Because he threw what, 3 touchdowns? He threw a 75-yard
had-
touchdown to Jamar Chase or whatever.
Against the Chiefs?
Yeah,
I'm talking about in the conference championship.
yeah.
They had 1 touchdown all game. No,
Huh?
they had 2
What?
They had 2 touchdowns all game.
They had 3.
They had 2
Well, how'd they
because they went for 2
How'd they score 27?
because they went for 2. Dude, I'm right. I mean, they scored. Samaje Perine scored on a screen to make it. They had 10 points. Then they made a field goal to make it 13. They scored 1 for 2 to make it 21. Then they got 2 field goals. I'm right. Don't even look it up. Okay, they scored 2 touchdowns all game. A Samaje Perine screen, which he dumped it behind the line of scrimmage. I mean, that's not even really a true touchdown pass. And then,
They scored 27 points.
yes, they did. And they scored 2 touchdowns, 4 field goals, a 2-point conversion. I'm right. Don't even look it up. Okay, that's besides the point. In all honesty, I can make the case for Evan McPherson being the reason that they've been this far. Hasn't missed a single kick. He's like 30 for 30 in this postseason. But yeah, I mean, it's an interesting debate right now, but I think,
You can't say Justin Herbert. Who's the one in the Super Bowl? Like it's
dude,
it's
that's
like,
the most
No,
that's
what?
the most stupid argument. Like that's the most,
But you tell me that Justin Herbert. You can tell me that whenever he's made a playoffs and he's made a playoff run, but you can't take that away from Joe Burrow. You can't say his defense. He has a mediocre defense.
Get Justin Herbert a defense that's going to get a pick to
His
close out the
defense
game.
is just as good as the Bengals defense.
Then what?
Trust me.
It
They
sold
are.
him the game. It
Statistically,
sold
they
him
are.
a playoff chance. It sold him a playoff berth.
Yeah. He also sold the game the rest
Joe
of
Burrows
you can
has
talk-
closed out the game 3 times in a row.
You can look at this.
It's true.
You can say that Justin Herbert led this magical thing for them coming back, okay? But Justin Herbert played like trash the rest of that game. He really didn't play good the rest of that game. And that
He
Raiders
didn't
game.
play. He didn't play good the rest of the game.
No, except for the fourth quarter. Whenever they were down by 16 in the fourth quarter, he kicked it in gear. But the rest of that game, the reason they were down by 16, the offense couldn't do anything. I watched the entire game. They couldn't do anything till the middle of the fourth quarter. He scored 2-point conversion or touchdown 2-point conversion. That miracle drive touchdown 2-point conversion.
Miracle drive. And
It was
I think it's
definitely a
just
miracle
clutchness.
drive. Yeah, okay, you can say that, but guess what? He played bad the rest of the game, and he came down and he of course that was one of the most clutch drives I've ever seen. Okay, but the rest of the game, he made mistakes. He made lots of mistakes. Joe Burrow hasn't made mistakes really in the playoffs. He's thrown a couple of picks, but he really, like, when it comes down to it, this is why they're in the Super Bowl. Their defense has played situational football, and Joe Burrow, whenever it comes down to it, hasn't made a mistake. And it's about whoever doesn't make
well,
the
yeah,
last
I mean, they
mistake.
also got 2 interceptions on Patrick Mahomes, who had a 1.2 passer rating in the second half last week.
Yeah, I said the defense came up, played
Yeah,
situational
did.
football, played great situational
I did.
football.
Justin Herbert doesn't have that.
Maybe he would if his team was in the playoffs, but they're not. Because
Yeah, thanks to
Justin
the
Herbert,
defense.
because Justin Herbert doesn't know how to start games, he knows how to close them. He doesn't know how to start them though.
He doesn't know how to start games.
Yes.
He started a lot of games on fire. You even watched him against Kansas City this year. The
Okay,
Raiders
you can
first
name a
game.
couple games, but the reason that they lose games and that they weren't in the playoffs is because his defense will start, give up a touchdown or two, and then he'll throw like 2 picks and they're down by 3 possessions. I'm just saying, you can't say that Justin Herbert right now is better than
I
him.
can. I absolutely can, and I just
If we want to
did.
get into stats, Joe Burrow's completion percentage is 5% higher.
Well, quarterback rating's
Justin
54, so and Herbert's is 65. That's a big efficiency drop.
Well,
All right. Well, you know what? Only time will tell. And
just remember, Strong, card your glasses.
to get the record clear, I love Joe Burrow. He's one of the coolest dudes on this earth. But I just think Herbert's a better quarterback. Let's talk a quarterback that could potentially be leaving his team this year. Aaron Rodgers. Will he stay?
He's staying.
He's pulling his garbage again. The same thing happened last year. Either he's retiring or he's staying with the
Yeah, I
Packers.
mean,
Or-
the whole narrative also was one last time. I mean, so I think there's a higher percent chance that he leaves. Maybe like 40% compared to like last year being like 20 to 25%. You know, he's given some social media sneak peeks that this might be his last year.
He did that last year.
Devontae Adams is a free agent.
He wants to go out on the Super Bowl win. I'm telling you.
I think Devontae Adams re-signs and Aaron Rodgers comes back for one more
They
year.
need to clear some cap space because they're like $40 million above the cap, but
Yeah,
they can find a way to do that.
Well, just get rid of like I don't know Robert Tonyan.
Mr. Torn ACL.
Mr. He's so mid.
But yeah,
No.
I don't think he's gonna leave this year because when I look at it, Aaron Rodgers is an intellectual. Okay, I mean he's hosted Jeopardy. He realizes what I'm about to say. The rest of the NFC is really mediocre to bad at quarterback. Besides the Rams, the Cardinals, the Cowboys, that's really it. I mean the 49ers, they could be in contention. But we don't know what Trey Lance is, right? So we don't know about the 49ers. They're really only competitors right now are probably the Rams, maybe the Cowboys, maybe the 49ers. And that is it because the Bucs aren't going to be what they were last year. Tom Brady's out, we think.
He is. He already
He's in a
said
terrible
retiring.
division. So it's like, Aaron Rodgers, you want to leave? You want to go to Denver? Good luck playing Mahomes twice a year. Justin Herbert twice a year. Derek Carr
With
twice a
that
year.
defense, I think he'll.
No, you don't. You're in the
He's
AFC
gonna
North.
leave?
No, but I'm saying if he
No,
did
no.
go to Denver,
If you're in the
I
AFC
think he'll be
North,
loaded.
when you're playing Kirk Cousins, Justin Fields, and Jared Goff twice a year, why would you want to go play Mahomes, Herbert, and Carr twice a year? Or you could go to Pittsburgh and play Lamar and Burrow twice a year. So either way, this is the best roster that's available for him, the best situation that's available for him. I mean, he does like drama, so I wouldn't be shocked if he left. But
I don't think-
rationally, I
I-
don't see him leaving.
The Green Bay Packers came out with a statement that they will not trade Aaron Rodgers, and he has in his contract another year. So the thing is that they're not trading him. So how's he gonna leave? His only way out is through retirement, really, at this point, and I think that's the only way he gets out
Green Bay
is
would trade him.
retirement.
No.
Mm-mm.
Yes, they would.
No.
Would you rather let Aaron Rodgers retire, or would you trade him and he's essentially retiring from your team and you're getting a couple first
I
rounders?
think they're
That
going to
makes no
call him.
sense.
This is why I'm saying this, because I think they're calling his bluff. I think that he's just trying to get either more money or stir up drama, which I don't think he's trying to get more money. I think he's just trying to stir up drama. And, I think he's going to come back, play another year
I
next year.
agree.
They're going to make it to the conference championship and
Probably
lose
joke.
again.
But yeah, I mean,
And lose to the I don't know
but yeah,
Cowboys.
I wish he could be stirring up drama because
Cowboys out in the wild card again.
QB draw.
Or just not even make it.
he could be. I mean, he could just be trying to stir up drama as he's been for the past 3 years. Because I mean,
Yeah.
I believe he's not married. I mean, he's from California, which is obviously a
think
very
I think
energetic
he's-
place. And now he's living in Green Bay, Wisconsin. So there's nothing to do besides go in your house during snow blizzards. So yeah, I mean, he has nothing to do besides sit on social media when he's not,
He's
with
engaged.
the team. He's engaged.
He is
Yeah,
engaged.
to Shailene Woodley.
Good for him. But yeah, I mean, he hasn't been engaged for his whole career.
His whole
So
life.
So yeah,
Maybe
he's
he's
had
gonna-
nothing else to do besides just think.
Eat cheese.
Yeah, but I think
cheese
I don't think that Aaron Rodgers. I don't think he leaves. I really think this year's just proved to him and to everyone that he's gonna retire Packer. I don't see him. I don't think
Yeah.
anyone can really see him. Can you
Mhm.
really see Aaron Rodgers going anywhere else? He loves
I-
loves it, man. He
No,
loves
no, no, no.
Lambeau Field.
Yeah,
he
no,
loves
I
the
absolutely
fans. Like,
couldn't see Aaron Rodgers rationally in anywhere but a Green Bay uniform. But
Yeah.
I could never imagine Tom Brady not being a Patriot 2 years ago. So who knows?
I could see because
could
he
not.
hated Belichick. He doesn't hate.
No, he didn't.
Aaron Rodgers doesn't hate. He's secret. Like there was always this like towards the end.
They
there was
didn't
this
hate each
tension.
other, but they just agreed to just carry on with business. That's what Brady and Belichick were.
Well, yeah, they were both businessmen. Aaron Rodgers is a businessman, but he's not Brady. He's not like that type of like. It's different.
Aaron
It's
Rodgers
completely
leaving Green
different.
Bay would be less crazy than Brady leaving New England.
No,
Absolutely.
I saw it coming. I
did.
saw it towards the end. I did. He said he had multiple like cryptic like things towards the end. Aaron Rodgers has had cryptic crap his whole life. Like he does it after every year he does win the Super Bowl. He's gonna post something on Instagram. Be like,
The
it
Last
was a good
Dance.
run. It was a blah blah blah. But he's gonna come back next year until he wins a chip, and then he's gonna. I think that's when he leaves. But or loses in the conference
How
championship.
old is he
game.
now? I don't even
30,
know.
37, 38.
Oh, okay, well he's no. I mean, he's fine.
He's got a few
He's got a
years.
few more years left on him. Yeah, I mean,
He's 38. Yeah.
38.
I think who are the Packers need to draft this year for their upgrade?
Just they don't need anything. I
I
thought
mean,
they
their-
really
their
honestly
roster was
just
so
need to keep it
talented.
together. I mean,
I mean, I guess they could.
They'll probably have to release a guy like Rashawn Gary, Zadarius Smith. You know, maybe they wouldn't release Aaron Jones because they re-signed him last year. His cap hit would be too big. They might have to release an offensive lineman or two to re-sign Devontae.
I think they might need to get another receiver, honestly.
I was about to say that too.
And it might sound stupid, but I really do think that they need to get another receiver.
What if they
Yeah.
got?
They need to get a speed demon.
'Cause, I mean,
they need to get someone
Outside
that
of
can hit up top.
Devontae Adams and Aaron Jones, their other receivers had 6 yards against the 49ers. in
with
that game.
only 6 receptions or with 6 targets. Sorry.
Yeah, he doesn't trust anybody in big crucial moments besides Devontae and Aaron.
They need. This is what they need. This is their offseason needs if Aaron Rodgers doesn't ditch them. I think what they truly need is a receiver. They need a speed demon. They need someone like Jahan Dotson that can run a
Yes.
4.3. Like they need someone they can just hit up top and let Devontae Adams just cook with his routes underneath or whatever over the middle. That's what they need. They've never had that. And if
John
you
Mitchell.
add that, I don't know how you stop the Packers offense.
I think if you
Until
add, I
postseason.
think if you add
Yeah.
John Mitchell, they'd be like Super Bowl contenders when he joins the team.
Wow.
All right,
Unbelievable.
let's talk about some good teams now. Let's talk about
Yeah, they are good. They just lost to Jimmy G.
that's true. Here's a team that beat Jimmy G, the Rams. We talked about Bengal and
Ooh.
Burrow and the Bengals for a while. Let's talk about this matchup now.
Yeah.
I want to hear some predictions here.
Okay.
Who's
Super
going
Bowl.
first? You go first.
I'll go first. Okay, I've been torn for the past. Just since it was since we knew that it was Rams Bengals, I've been completely torn. Okay, I haven't known who my heart wants to go for because I, as a Georgia fan, love Matthew Stafford, love him. He deserves a Super Bowl. At the same time, though, how do you cheer against Joey B? Like, how do you cheer
Sure.
against him? That's talking about cheering wise. Now, what I think's going to happen is I think it could go one of two ways. I'm not making my prediction because I don't know. I don't have a prediction because I think that there's only two ways this can go. I think the Bengals come out and do what they've been doing the entire postseason, just stunning teams. Okay, I think that could very well happen, and they could go out there, play a tight game, come down to it, Bengals win something like 27-21. Okay. I also think the Rams could go out there and take care of business with all the talent they have and beat this young, surprising Bengals team. That's the two ways I think it's going to happen. I don't know which one it is. I don't know who I'm cheering for, honestly. I'm just excited to watch it.
Yep.
I'll go next and let you get your points across. So,
Good move.
short and sweet. I have Bengals winning the Super Bowl. Okay. I feel like Joey B proves that he is back in his national championship days. He has one of his old LSU receivers on the team, and I think the Bengals win 28-24.
Okay. So
There you go.
here's a stat that doesn't look good for Bengals fans heading into this game. They have 12 field goals this postseason and only 5 touchdowns. Their red zone conversion rate is just off the charts horrible. And that can slip against the Titans, again in Ryan Tannehill. That can slip against Derek Carr and the Raiders.
The Chiefs, bro, how you explain that one? Like, that's the most talented offense in the game.
Their defense. That's it.
Eli Apple.
But quite simply, that's not going to slip against this Rams roster.
You're saying you could have said
that
the same thing
has
as
been.
the Chiefs.
I did not say the same thing as the Chiefs. I had a completely different reason to why I thought the Chiefs would
I
win.
said you could have said the same thing.
You could have,
as
but
the Chiefs.
this Rams team is more talented than Kansas City. They are. From top to bottom.
Oh, come on.
They are.
Bro,
Absolutely. Absolutely
no,
they are.
Okay, maybe their defense.
Better
Dude, that
wide
offense, man.
quarterback Chiefs, wide receiver 1 Rams, wide receiver 2 Rams, tight end Chiefs, O-line Rams, defense Rams.
Oh, bro, you sleeping on Byron Pringle?
He's like
He's like top 10 in the league.
I'm just saying, the Chiefs are definitely. I think that
Well,
they are
listen,
more talented.
the
than
Bengals.
Rams. Like,
This is a great postseason run for them, and it's been remarkable, and it's been weird how they've gotten here. You know, the Titans sacked Burrow 9 times and they still won. They were down 21-3 against Kansas City. They came out and won that game somehow. So it's a miracle that they're even here. But at the end of the day, these red zone struggles can't fly against a team like the Rams. I have the Rams winning 34-23.
Jeez.
34-23. I
Where
think.
are you?
I just don't think the Bengals are going to be able to convert in the red zone.
I do.
And I just want to talk about a guy I think is going to go off. I mean, T. Higgins for the Bengals.
I was about to say something.
Yeah.
I was about to say if the Bengals win this game, you mark my words, T. Higgins will be the reason.
Yep.
He has been so clutch.
And listen, here's why. Because 2 weeks ago, the Chiefs just doubled the crap out of Jamar Chase was left. T. Higgins open.
T. Higgins made some really big catches.
This time, the Rams can do that same exact thing, but with only one person, because Jalen Ramsey's going to be shadowing Jamar Chase all day. I actually found this stat very interesting. There's only 4 corners. 4 corners? Yeah, 4 corners in the NFL that shadow the number 1 receiver on the opposing team over 85% of the time. That's Jalen Ramsey, Trayvon Diggs, J.C. Jackson, and Marlon Humphrey. So if you have Ramsey guarding Jamar Chase for pretty much the whole game, T. Higgins is going to be his second option. I think T. Higgins goes for 100, but in a losing effort.
Hey, C.J. Uzomah may come back too.
He is. I think he's
I don't
cleared.
know who's gonna win. Like I said, I've been torn. I really can't make a prediction, but I gotta say, I don't know. I really want Matthew Stafford to get one, but I just have a feeling, man. Joe Burrow's never lost a playoff game in his entire career as a football player, except for that one time in high school.
Really?
Except for he lost a state championship in high school in a
To,
triple overtime.
Wasn't that the Sean McVay? No,
High school?
That was Calvin Johnson, right?
that was Calvin. No, yeah, I'm wrong. Never
Yeah,
mind.
no. Joe Burrow's
I was
only
thinking
lost
of
one playoff game in his
I was
entire postseason career as a football player, and that was in the state championship in triple overtime.
I'll tell you what, this is a huge legacy game for Matthew Stafford.
Yeah.
Matthew Stafford, if he wins a Super Bowl or 2, he could go down as one of the biggest what-if players. I mean, what if he hadn't wasted 12 years in Detroit? If he wins this Super Bowl and wins another with this roster in L.A., could people potentially be like, what if he was on a good organization his whole career? Would he have 5 to 6 rings and have Brady status? I mean, it's just a hypothetical.
I think it's huge for his legacy, like you
Yeah.
said. People aren't. I don't know if people are going to quite be asking what ifs because he had many chances with the Lions.
No, you're not.
Calvin Johnson
Yes,
days,
sir.
they were good, man. They were.
They
good
made the
with Calvin
playoffs with
Johnson.
him, but at the
They
end of the day,
were a higher seed. They were a 3 seed, I think.
it was a
Quite few times.
horrible organization from
Oh yeah,
top to
Lions
bottom. No, I don't think-
garbage. But I think that this is definitely legacy defining. But I think his legacy has already been built. That he's a loyal guy, like Damian Lillard.
Yeah.
What if he didn't
It's
waste
like-
time in Portland? But like
Yeah, no, I
he's-
mean, that's
he's
completely
loyal.
right. And-
Like
and-
Allen Iverson. Like,
And you're right. That's going to go down as like the emotional or psychological side of it. Like, hey, Matthew Stafford's loyal. That's great. But at the end of the day, in the business world, you can't be successful by being nice all the time, right? So if Matthew Stafford had requested a trade, say in year 3 of his career, he could have a lot more Super Bowls than he's going to have.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but I think that we can all admit here though that Joe Burrow, this is legendary that he has made it to
Either
the
way,
Super Bowl.
either way, if he wins or loses, you love the dude, and
It is a legend. That
Yeah,
he is
yeah.
just
Legendary.
a true. He's just the man. He is the man. Like
2021-2022 football season can be put into 2 words, and it's
Joe
Shiesty.
Shiesty.
Joe Shiesty, especially the playoffs. That is the
Yes.
only thing I've seen on
Yeah, the
TikTok on the
playoffs.
NFL. Is just
Yes.
Joe Burrow.
you love to see it.
Yeah.
All right, y'all got anything else?
No, I think that's it. That's
All right,
it.
cool.
Go Cowboys.
Go
Man.
Cowgirls, baby. Go
Yeah,
Cowgirls.
QB draw.
Woo! QB draw.
Oh, thank you guys for watching. I'm depressed. Cowboys suck. Peace.
Peace.
See y'all.
Happy birthday, J Money.